Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna adjust this light because I just pulled up in my bins, trying to keep it 100, keep on time with you, because I did say I was gonna get on live. First of all, I'm pointing to my shirt, and all of you can agree. It says, "Cause I'm happy." Now, I don't need a nigga to make me happy. I don't need nobody to make me happy. I can be. So I thought I would show y'all this fabulous shirt that I got from BCDC. That is promo, even though they didn't ask me to do a commercial for them. That is a shirt that they made. I have some hats that I've worn on here and got that out of the way. I am so glad that I am here and I made it at 8. I might be 1 or 2 minutes after, but I'm going to get to the point, get right down to it. But first and foremost, I want you to know you're in the comfort of my home, in my favorite place. My chair right here is my bed. Currently on the move, getting ready to move, and got a house full. To me, it's a house full, but in a 3-bedroom, 1.5 baths. We've got two 21-year-olds, an 18-year-old, and me, and my daughter, and sometimes. So I want to just make sure we move into a bigger place so that we will have space. And the space permits me to do my lives in the comfort of my room with no interruptions, nobody running in the house. In case y'all wonder if I was tempting y'all, no, I'm not. If I wanted to tempt you, I could tempt you. But anyway, this contagious smile, if it doesn't tempt you enough to subscribe to my channel, then I don't know. But hit the bell so you can get all my notifications and subscribe to my channel, guys. Thank you for being with me. Now, got my little water. I'm going to fix the lighting a little bit if I can. Y'all know me. I don't like them real bright ceiling lights. They mess up my groove. Bad energy messes up my groove. Negative people. Drama. I'm drama free. I done been there, done that. And I know how to bring the drama back. I don't bring the drama, but I can bring it back. Okay. Want to talk about my topic. Sharper than you think. I am writing a book during this quarantine time. And before this episode is over, I am going to read to you one of the pages and the beginning of my book. So I wanted to come to you because there are two people this 2020 during quarantine time and COVID time that I wanted to feature. And one of the reasons I wanted to feature these two people is these are two individuals that have gotten some press recently. Boosie got some press when he said some things to Dwayne Wade concerning his son. And we'll talk about that later. I'm not going to talk about that situation, but we'll get to Boosie later. But Jada Pinkett-Smith got some press recently with the August Alsina, and I said that was my last video to do on Jada Pinkett-Smith. But this is a combination video regarding my book, regarding the word sharp. So by default, I had to bring her up because of the things that I think about her. Now, as a woman, I have not subscribed to Jada or Will, but you know we all love Jada from Set It Off. We love Jada from Girls Trip. We love Jada just because she's a bad boss. And a lot of people don't realize being a boss doesn't mean you have to be in the front in the limelight all the time. Being a boss means knowing when to hold them, when to fold them, when to walk away, and when to run. And that's being a boss. I use that term in Texas Hold'em because I'm a Texas Hold'em player. Yes, 6-7 years straight. Yes, I know how to play Texas Hold'em, but I don't play for fun. And anyway, getting on the point with Jada. Jada, being a boss, has been in the press lately, of course you know. And Jada, first I want to salute you. I got my little Tupac scarf on. No disrespect to you, Will. Because you know you man enough that you ain't worried about that. You a man, man. You a man. You covered your wife. Man, I'm so proud of you, man. That's just my little, my little Memphis slang right there. I used to live in Memphis. But anyway, you the man, Will. You the man. I don't care how them Negroes pop off. I don't care how they slice it. I don't care how they talk about it. None of them can hold a candle to you when it comes to a marriage and a relationship and how you've lived it out in front of us. So kudos to you for covering your wife. That's what a man does. A man doesn't exploit his wife, he covers her. A woman doesn't exploit her husband, he covers her. They don't have to let secrets out their house. That's their business. They're not a couple like Kim and Kanye. They are a different type of couple, and they are an African, well, I say black. I don't call me an African American. No disrespect to Africans overseas, because the people that cover me are from Nigeria, cover me faithfully. They cover me better than anybody in the United States besides my spiritual moms in Mississippi and in Memphis, Tennessee. So just want to say, Jada is a boss. Let's get right down to it. I'm still deciphering that thing and didn't even have to go back and look at it. In my head, I remember Jada sitting up there, cool, calm, and collected. You guys called it, and I called it in the beginning, that she was not in touch with expressing herself fully with her feelings to her audience. But what Jada did a boss move on you guys and us, all of us, and sat at that table, her platform, because it was her platform. She didn't have to address it, but she did. She, like a boss, sat at that table and said in so many words, it's none of your business. I got into an entanglement and it's none of your business. Now, that's sharp. Sharper than you guys would even think that she would be. Now, what is the definition of being sharp? Well, it can be a whole bunch of things. She could have decided not to come on her red table, but it is her platform. It is her baby. It is what she started. You guys don't realize this may have all been in the works. They have been preparing for this. We didn't know. First, Will gets on there and talks about Father's Day and being a father. Jada sets up the red table. Eventually, when somebody has a red table and they're talking about other people's feelings and their own feelings, eventually in the corner of their mind, you know that when God puts us to a test, it comes to test us first, and then it tests others. So eventually in her mind, she had to have known, I'm going to have to deal with this. And maybe, just maybe, the creation of Red Table Talk was her platform so she could be free and she could help people to deal with situations just like, and I don't care what y'all say, just like August, she helped him. He didn't leave her scarred. He has gone on and he is writing checks and he is going to the bank and he is using whatever platform he is to ride this way. So yes, he's a grown ass man. And anytime you're over 19, well, 21 is the legal age of drinking in some states. But anytime you're over 21, you're a grown man. Think back now. I don't care how you 40 and 50-year-olds think, or whatever age you are, 30-year-olds and up think. But think back when you were in your 20s and you were going on to your 30s. Man, I don't know about y'all, but I had my own crib. I had my own house. I had my own bag. I had it. I had all of that and some. So think back at that time in your life. What were you doing? Were you getting your own crib? Were you doing things? Were you moving and shaking and working? Were you being grown? Now, when I think back in my mindset, when I was 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25, man, I was seriously mature for my age. I was mature. I had my own vehicle. I had my own vehicle when I was 18. So really, you know, the things that we look back on and try to point a finger at, man, that's so much garbage. Let me talk about how much of a boss JD is. while y'all kind of mad, Fox. So I can't believe Lisa Ray. Oh my gosh. What's her name? Lisa Ray. Who else is on there talking? Well, whoever else is on there talking. I'm not coming for you. I'm just saying, I can't believe that you actually said, look at him and how broken he's going to be. And that Negro is going to the bank, cashing checks. He's getting on every platform he can just to talk. And sometimes probably hear himself talk like I'm doing right now. So anyway, I just want to say that y'all really, y'all know y'all over 35, 40. Y'all know y'all needed to cut her some slack because you done mess with some dudes that's younger than you. I know you have. Well, check me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, put it on there and say, well, Evangelist Gay, you can't say that I done mess with nobody because you don't know me. Well, put it up there then. So anyway, I want to say this to you. There is a difference. And I be giving people this synopsis a lot because people get a lot of jealousy towards me because I look young and I'm not young. I'm not a kid. I'm not young. But sometimes when people are jealous, they will come at you because of how you look. Now, they like to call individuals with younger men that are women cougars. And I came up with another saying. Okay, well, what's the definition of a woman that doesn't chase younger men, where younger men chase her? Or they're never chased by older men because older men think they're younger than they are. What do you do when you're in that middle? What do you do when you're wanting older men to try to talk to you, but you don't want to look like you chasing them or trying to come to them? And the older men aren't coming to you because they think you're younger? Or what do you do when all you get is younger men that chase you, or younger men that are interested in you? Let me give a definition that I gave for this, so y'all can take it to the bank. Y'all can use it if you want to. But there are two types of women. Actually, there's three. There are just women that just ride right there in the middle. And there are, and I'm talking about in male interest, and there are women that are cougars that love to chase younger men. They want to pay for their education. They want to pay for this. They want to do that. Whatever the case may be, they want a younger man. You guys have given this definition, not me. We always putting titles on things like this smile because I'm happy. Okay. You guys gave it the definition of a cougar. So the definition of a cougar, you guys say, is an older woman that chases younger men. So I came up with a definition. Now, what is the definition of an older woman that younger men chase them? And they say, I don't care. I don't care what your age is. And you steadily tell them, baby, you too young for me, baby. You too young. I don't have time for you. Well, I gave it the definition of a leopard or a panther. So you got the cougar, you guys call it, and I call it a leopard. And a leopard is somebody that can go into any situation and they can evolve because you don't know who they are. You don't know how old they are. You don't know what they're about, but they have a camouflage on them that is just part of who they are. A leopard can't change his stripes. So don't try to make people change their stripes. Now, case scenario. Gabrielle Union, you guys give her a bad rap because of some of her views on LGBTQ. I'm not here to talk about that, but I'm here to talk about her relationship. Yes, she married Dwayne Wade. Now, Gabrielle Union is older than Dwayne Wade, but you got to give Gabrielle Union credit. She's a bad, bossy looking woman. And Jada Pinkett was boss enough to bring her after Bad Boys and all that bad blood that was all those years to her red table talk. and they had a wonderful time. Now, you got to give Gabrielle Union her props because she's beautiful, she's a boss, she's bad. What does Dwayne Wade look to when he saw her? In my head, I said he must have saw not that she was a cougar, because he didn't see her as that. He was dazzled by her beauty. He was amazed at her, and he liked what he saw, and he probably saw the boss in her. So that is a definition of a leopard. And Jada, you are sharp. You are sharp. You're a boss. You're sharper than they think. You are so sharp that you got on your own platform. You got up there and you said, this is how it is. This is what happened. This is when it happened. And now we've moved on. This was almost 4 years ago. I'm just addressing it because this is my table. Here is my man right here by my side addressing it with me. And if I wrote the script for him and told him don't air from the script, it's because I'm a boss. And guess what? You have to be sharp to get me, but is you or are you sharp enough, like the title of my picture says on this thumbnail, are you sharp enough to keep me? Note this, Will Smith knows what he's got, or he wouldn't have got on that table. Will Smith knows what he's got, or he wouldn't have asked her to marry him. Will Smith knows what he's got. He didn't have to stay there. He didn't have to deal with it because Jada said, can't nobody say who's the boss of this. I say, who? Nobody can tell that. And that is a boss. That is an impressive woman of the 2020 century. You need to be the boss of yourself. You need to be the boss of what you do. And you need to be a boss enough to not be intimidated by what, anything people say or think. You just keep being you. Boss up, Jada. I give you this one. I always do that. Boss up, Jada. Now, and what? Come at me, because I'm going to keep riding the wave. Jada is a boss. Whenever you get on your own platform and say what you say, if you notice on my last upload I did on Jada Pinkett, look at that thumbnail. Take a look at it. What did it say? That thumbnail said, that's your freedom, baby. Don't let nobody take your identity. Don't let anybody be conformed to what they think you should be. That's freedom. Why did I tie Boosie in on this? Glad you asked. I'm only going to be 30 minutes on this live. And I want to say to you right now that I tied Boosie in it because Boosie talked when he was on Vlad TV, and it caught my attention. At like 3 in the morning, I just woke up and I just looked up, and there Vlad TV was on, and I was watching it on social media. And I watched this young man, and I say young man because I know he's younger than I am, but I watched him, and he was talking about how during these COVID-19 times that people that didn't have money put away, that didn't know how to move, and I'm using the word, he didn't say it. I use the word, what's the word I use? Stick and move, stick and move, stick and move. I'm from Chicago. It's a lot of slang that you might not know that I'm using. But anyway, stick and move. Stick and move means to get in there and get out of there. Get in there and get out of there. Handle your business, be gone. Do what you need to do, be gone. There's a song that young people listen to right now that talks about how, these men in the streets had to do what they need to do to take care of their family. There is life outside of your world where you're being judgmental and critical, that people are living and surviving and doing things they should not do. And they're ultimately taking care of their families, maybe taking care of a habit, but they're trying to take care of business the best they know how. Well, you didn't say nothing when you was doing the same thing. So don't you get all holier than thou and get up there on cloud nine and then act like because you are not where they are, that life does not still go around, and God still doesn't give grace and mercy to those that are going through that cycle. So you might find yourself actually in that cycle again if you point your fingers too hard, because I know how it is to point a finger and to end up going through a test where God shows me just how little I am. So Boosie, badass. I'm not cussing, not yet. And if I do, excuse me ahead of time. Boosie, badass. I subscribed to him that night. And this is not a cliche to get him to call me or anything like that, because you know how y'all get in this social media comments. No, but if he calls me, I'm going to answer the phone. Yeah. Badass Boosie. You got that video with Young Moose. Yeah. I listened to that video because I like to get to know who I subscribe to. I was led to subscribe to him after watching him on Vlad TV. He's sharp. He's sharper than you think. Vlad, he's sharper than you think. He ain't finna let you have the feds knocking on his door. You ain't gonna never know what everybody does. Nobody that is smart is gonna tell you everything on the surface, but he will use your platform and keep riding away. I'm glad you always have him on there. It was good to see it, and it was refreshing because he talked about the hustle, and the hustle is always there. The hustle is real. I don't care what you guys say, what you guys think. As Black Americans, we are always in the hustle. We were raised in the hustle. I was raised in the ghetto in Chicago. Grew up. My mom moved us from Chicago later on, and I still saw the hustle that she had to go through. So if you think you've arrived and you're Black and you ain't in a hustle, then man, where you at? Boosie got money like this. And he still said on Vlad TV, man, I cut my prices in half. I go and sell beats in the track house, in the trap house. It don't matter. I'm going to get it how I live. That's why he's on this segment. That's why I said sharp, sharper than you think. I said I was only going to be 22 to 30 minutes, 22 minutes. I said I was only going to be about 30 minutes. My book that I'm writing, excuse me for getting comfortable, but this is my room. My book that I'm writing is called Sharp. It's called Sharp. And the only way I can describe it is to read you the beginning segments of my book. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me when I'm reading this, but it is going to be on Amazon and Amazon stores. But it is going to be good when it is finished. I have been writing it during these COVID-19 times, and I've got 3 books I'm writing. Actually, I stopped those 2, and when COVID came, I started writing something different. And this book is called Sharp. And when I saw this in Jada and I saw this in Boosie, all I could think about was how, as Black Americans, we are in this hustle and flow. Hustle and flow. You remember the movie Hustle and Flow. Hustle and flow. You remember with the little girl that says, I'm in charge. I'm in charge. She had her hustle too. And guess what? When it got down to it, she made things happen. So you who are out here listening to me, make your comments. I want you to look at this and I want you to listen to what I'm saying. Boss up, Boosie. Boss up, Boosie, badass. I saw that video with Young Moose, and there's one segment. And if you guys, the Indian position is getting to my leg. If you guys watch that video by Boosie featuring, Young Moose featuring Boosie, who's Boosie is his manager now. He said he good now. He with Boosie. Man, talk about a mafia. I love it. Well, if you watch that video, there is one little segment, one sentence that young man said in all that rap. I mean, there was a lot of things he said that I liked concerning the camaraderie, the being a part of something. And I'm not for violence, and I don't want you to think I am. But I can get something out of anything if it's, I don't, a lot of people across the country take chitlins and they looking and they read people's future. They believe they can get They believe they can get stuff out of anything. Shoot, I believe that I can get something logical out of anything. And so there's one sentence in there, and it has to do with cougar. I want you to type that sentence on here if you subscribe to my channel and you hit the bell and you receive my notification. Type that sentence on there. I liked that sentence, what that young man said. And you know what? It made a whole lot of sense. So, yeah, Boosie, you go ahead and grab up these artists. I heard you was in California this last month getting artists, selling beats, whatever. You was going home with your trunk load empty. You gonna get rid of whatever you need to get rid of, and then you gonna come back with some stuff. You gonna be coming at them. Let them sleep if they want to. I have a saying that I got from Memphis: ain't no sleeping in the hole. And you know what that means to me? Because I'm from the ghetto of Chicago. That means when you dig a ditch in the army and you're ready for the enemy, you can't go to sleep in the hole. You got your friend next to you, your partner here right next to you, and you got your own life to save, and they gonna watch out for you. So ain't no sleeping in the hole. And you gotta be sharp. And now's the time not to sleep. The time now is to work. Work while it's day, a scripture says in the Bible. Because when night comes, no man can work. So you better be working. You better be getting your work on. You better be getting your thoughts out here. You better be getting your business out here. You better be doing something. And you know I am. I'm trying to do whatever I can so I can go to the bank just like a whole bunch of you. So, because I'm happy. But I want to read this to you guys. Okay. And I am afraid that you may or may not see me, but I'm going to read the beginning part of my book. Now, it's called Sharp. Okay. Now, let me read to you. Speaking from first person, this book is for those that can relate, those that are in the game or out of the game, those that are holy or not holier than thou, or completely on the opposite spectrum and wild and loose. Let me slow down now. But it is not a book for the critical. Don't try to read me when you read this book. Read yourself in it. Use it or don't use it. Or most of all, take the lessons learned in it and run with it. Get a hunger for this type of wisdom and apply it, or just leave the wealth and power for the rest of us. But no, this is not a self-help book. It will teach you lessons in life. This book is actually a journey of life and applications of life, along with things that just come to mind or that God placed specifically and magically in my head on a download. This book is for the hungry and the pressed on every side. This laid back is not for the laid back, not anticipating strugglers and procrastinators. It's for the addicts, the alcoholics, the marijuana smokers, the self-diagnosed, the pre-diagnosed folk, and the so-called bipolar, which is a laugh because it's all of us is bipolar. But some can control their multiple personalities and show others that should not see the manifestation of them. And then the doctors gave it a name and called it bipolar. Again, that's just my speculation. That's not medical. This book is written during a time of hunger, stress, quarantine, COVID mask, stimulus, and anger. Nevertheless, I found time to write it. That is what is most significant about this book. Like the Bible, it begins with, it is written. Now, this is just one page of my book, and I'm not going to give you all of the tea, but it says, it is written, the time now, for those of you that will read this beyond the hype, and after the fact is 11:18 a.m. on a Sunday. Matter of fact, it's a beautiful Sunday, and it's just rained the night before. Maybe you're reading after the problems and or fake problems have been solved, or reading as you are going through it or dealing with them right now. It should be a refreshing lyrical game changer for you, along with the flair for style and a way of giving you some street knowledge, street book knowledge, I say, when it comes to good sense, common sense, but mostly real sense of things you never thought deeply of. It relates to you in a real, honest, cool, matter of fact, but easy to get in the groove way. It's groovy like that. Well, now I did that thing there, didn't I? Anyway, this book had a began during COVID, but was written far past the disparaging death of COVID. His daughter and other survivors, in parentheses, I know not their names, but God rest their soul. I am respectful, but we all die. You may be reading it during the past August Alsina, Will and Jada rhetoric, or not long past the Black Lives Matter movement and George Floyd and his exclamation, I can't breathe, that changed history for Blacks forever. Some ways we see the history change played out during or after the writing of this book, or other ways we know are lurking behind the scenes. However, we know life for Blacks and how Blacks are treated has made a major shift. And damn, we needed it and still are looking for the manifestation. Now, some have for years been silently and publicly demanding the manifestation of this change. For instance, groups like the Black Mafia. Quote, who is the Black Mafia? Well, all those that are Black that have met privately with a serious agenda. That is me and my Ebonic definition. Rest assured they are there. How do I know? I know by how I feel right now. And if I were a part of such a group, would continue to feel, and there has to be some me's in it, because it just can't be because my right now for me, because my job right now is hella different, but they are needed. Remind you that we are packing some serious stuff. Now, when I say we're packing some serious stuff, you know, I may have a couple of things at my house to protect my family, and you may have a few things at your house to protect your family. So we're packing some serious stuff during these times. And either it is who we roll with or who we represent. We are going to, like a lion of lioness, protect our own. So let the Black Mafia, whatever they represent, woo, woo, love to you on the front lines in secret. Now, I'm going to stop right there. I don't have to read you all my book. I'm going to get right back on my live because it has been 30 minutes and I took time to look at my screen and get off. So if I started making a lot of facial expressions, I wasn't seeing my screen, so I couldn't see my face to change how it looked. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe to my channel if you liked it, and put the notification bell, hit it, ding, and you'll get all my lives whenever you want to get them. And as I say at the end of all my videos that I got when I was doing a little critique of one of these shows, I drop the mic. Bye, y'all. Peace out.